Esther Smoldering. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Persephone, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss. It is a Creator. Let's go. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat, as this should be a closer match between these two players, Solar and Creator. They are much closer in skill, and we do expect both of them to make it far in this tournament. Which way is it going to go? Personally, I want an ace match. Personally, I want a game 3 between these two players. I want us to go the distance. See, chat. I thought Nice lost earlier. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. You're an animal. God damn it. As for now, we have our openers. Now, when it comes to Creator's style, he's usually a little more mid to late game oriented. We typically expect to see Creator go for standard openers into Storm and Archon heavy follow-ups. We have seen Creator from time to time go for Archon drop openers as well. So Stargate into Twilight Council, Robo, delayed Forge, Forge, delayed upgrade into faster Archons, for example. Like that has been done by Creator in the past. And Creator usually thrives in the mid game. Like the mid game is usually his wheelhouse. And we'll see if Solar can stop him from getting there. As so far in the previous series, Solar, he was reactively aggressive, right? Like he wasn't doing too much. He wasn't initiating, I should say. He was responding to the aggression of his opponent. This time we might see something different out of Solar. Sorry if I'm lame with those jokes, but they crack me up. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. No. This was the case. It was very difficult to cast at times with Yaku, with Seal Mold, when Oliveira was time. Like casting time was not good. It was because of the word, I mean, like because the word has other meanings, other ways to use it. It was awful. It's actually awful. No. All the puns, baby, all the puns. I think another one was Epic. There's a player in the Americas called Epic. There's who's the other one? Maybe Patience? Patience a little bit. A little bit. For now, Adepts are moving out. Adepts are moving out across the map. Again, so far, standard opener. It's going to be a Stargate. Stargate's into Oracle out of Creator. Everything looking as it should. Overlord comes in for the Scouts, and Solar, he will confirm the opener of choice. He will see everything. He will know all. He will see all. Likewise, Solar back at home. Just droning, just saturating. Spores are on the way. Solar getting ready for the Oracles. Likewise, in the main base, yep, Spore is going to be done in time. Queen getting in position. I should also say welcome one and all to Persephone. Persephone is one of the new TLMC 20 maps, very popular amongst the players, very popular. We feature it in our own tournaments as well, but recently we have, I guess spoiler for next week, we have actually adjusted our tournament map pool, and we are going to be removing Persephone. The only reason why we are is to just get more experience on some of the other TLMC 20 maps. Like, we've actually casted a lot on Persephone, and it is featured in a lot of other online tournaments, so we do want to try to diversify a little bit more and feature some of the other maps that are suggested for the provisional map pool. Just as a heads up. Meanwhile, the Oracle comes from behind. Nice damage here. 1, 2, 3 drones going down. And behind this, we do have our Twilight Council, and I don't see a Forge. This is an early Twilight Council. This feels like Glaives. If this was a standard play, I would say Glaives. If this was Hero, I would say Blink. So there are options. There are options for Glaives, options for Blink. No Forge. This should be Glaive Adepts. Should be. Show us what you got. Creator is going to take a page out of Strange's book. Blink. Okay, never mind. Out of Hero's book instead. So this is going to be Blink Stalkers. Now, if you notice something, Late Forge at a Creator. This can turn into a 3-base 8-gate all-in. We'll see how many gateways get thrown down in total. So far, only a 4-gate setup. Aggression continues. Checking the unit source tab. A Creator, he was able to snipe. I was alluding up to like 7 kills earlier. 8 in total, including the damage done by the Oracle. So 8 drones go down. Already a beautiful start for Creator. And Solar is struggling. Solar, he is struggling to keep up. That episode do shade in. Ooh, force to recall. Lings are in position. Nicely done. Lings in position. Eps are going to be picked up one after the other. I see more gates on the way. Uh-oh. How many gates in total? We're getting up to 7. 7 gates. And where's the proxy? There it is. This probe screams up proxy 8th gateway. There it is. Pylon being thrown down. And this is a 3-base all-in. 3-base all-in. 0 gases at the 3rd base and no forge, no upgrades. Those are the 2 big signs to read this ahead of time. Lings, he goes to the scouts. He sees no gas. Does he no gas? Solar, he has an idea what's going on. And Solar, he needs as much army as possible. Droning is not, does find the pylon, not bad. Yeah, big moment here. Pylon is found. This will delay warp-ins. At the same time, double Oracle here in between the bases. And with the pylon being shut down, Creator expands. Creator, he expands. And Creator's in a rough position. So, at this point, the all-in has been deflected. Like Solar, he has shut down the all-in. Solar, he has forced the expansion. And Creator is stuck with 0 units. 0 upgrades for Creator. Outside of Blink, of course. So Creator, he's in a rough position coming into a longer game. Solar, droning. He's droning. We're going for the infestation pits. We have +1 range on the way. We have roach speed on the way as well. Building up more upgrades. Creator, he's now pushing out, but now he's taking. There we go. Late Forge, late Bay from Creator. Late gases as well, as gases are only now being taken. So this is all late. This is all looking solid for Solar. Yes, Creator is poking in, but he has no reinforcements behind this. Like, he has no sustainability here with this army. But he has to be active. Like, he can't just stay at home. So he has to do something with this army that he has amassed. So he's poking, getting a Ling here and there. Maybe a Roach here and there. Nothing major. But he needs some more damage. There's Revelation. Takes down the active tumors. Picks up a couple of Lings. Does blink away. Stasis does go up, but only on 2 Lings. Ay, ay, ay. Stasis not good enough. Blink takes down one of the Roaches. The other Stasis goes off much better this time. Diving on the Roaches. Not bad. Does what, 2? Yeah, 2 Roaches going down. Decent pickoffs. Again, nothing major, but he needs whatever he can get. So he gets 2 more drones, or 2 more Roaches, I should say. Behind this Creator now taking up into +1, into Colossus. Getting another Roach. Every Roach counts, it all does add up. Oh, bleeding out a Stalker there. Oh, bleeding out 2 Stalkers. Yeah, we do trade back and forth. That was a brutal blink. Creator gets punished for it. And the Hive is done. The Hive is done. And yes, Solar, he's been trading with the army, but he can afford these trades. Solar, he's on 82 workers. Lurkers are on the way. Vipers are on the way. Lurker upgrades as well. Solar looking very in form. Looking very comfortable. And there's still a lot of pressure on Creator. A lot of pressure on the Protoss. Shaving off some Lings. We can see him reinforcing. Does rock up with his first Colossus. Extendable lance is not done. But he does get 1 Lurker. Oh, getting 2. Nice control. Takes down 2 Lurkers. Controls it, gets a 3rd Lurker. 3 Lurkers go down. Big Revelation gets another Lurker as well. Again, the pickups here are crucial from Creator. Getting as much value as he can. Getting Lurker after Lurker, but now we've built up to 8. Hey, Lurker's in position. Creator, he cannot break through this. A Viper coming in, gets the abduction. Oh, not quite. Almost. Creator, he rotates around. These are slow lots. Charge is done in a couple of seconds. It's still not ready. Ideally, Creator, he does want that Viper, though. The Viper is the biggest threat to the Colossus. Oh! He's going in! Viper does threaten a dive. Lurker's pushing forward. Now, when it comes to this posturing that Creator's doing, he has no intention of pushing it. He has no intention of breaking a base. He's just shaving off links, trading with the army as efficiently as possible. Again, there's pressure on him to get that done, but oh no! These Stalkers, they're not long for this world. Stalkers going down, massive abductions, gets one, gets two. And Creator is losing far too much here, bleeding out so many Stalkers, a Colossus as well. Yeah, expensive losses, and you can see Creator, he plummets in supply. Again, losses that Creator could not afford. He's trying to take another expansion, but Solo's done it. Solo, he has done it. Remember, Creator, he just could not scale into a longer game because the early game, because of the failed all-in. And Solo, you just keep pushing. Oh, God, no! Stalkers, they run through the Lunkers. Stalkers go down. Lunkers back at him to defend as well. And again, Solar, he's snowballing out of control. You see a Desperation warping into the main. Creator going for a base trade. That's the best he can hope for. We have Zealous on one end. We have Warpins on the other. I mean, Creator, he is getting some damage done, but he has no answer to the Lurkers. That's right, even some defensively. And GG gets called. Creator, he runs out of steam, and Solar takes game number 1. Whew, GG. Solar does take lead in the series. Again, Creator winding it back. For those of the curious, Creator, he went for a Stargate opener into a third base, into a Twilight Council, into early Blink, into an 8-gate all-in. I say 8-gate all-in. He went for a 7-gate setup, no gases at the third base, fast forward, lack of any forge, lack of any upgrades, and it was getting ready for a proxy gateway across the map to commit to the all-in. And if you remember, the proxy was found. The proxy was found. On top of that, Solar, he also saw, he scattered the lack of gases, and with that, Creator, he was shut down. Before he could commit to the all-in, before he could set up for the all-in, he was kind of cut off at the knees, and he tried to macro out of that. He tried to get into a longer game. Couldn't quite get there. Could not get there in the end. GG. GG, well played. That leads us into game number 2. That leads us into Killer's Mile. Another aggressive map. And another TLMC 20 map at that. We go. As it does sound like other updates are coming in. We'll be catching up on them, but it looks... Oh, yo, there's some crazy upsets, by the way. Crazy results. But the round 16 is wrapping up, and we are now getting into the round of 8. The quarterfinals are getting almost fully underway. Of course, the winner of this series has advanced on to the semifinals. We'll see what it's going to be. Here we go. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of the Killer's Mile, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the Red Zerg, leading the series 1-0, representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss himself, the South Korean Protoss. It is Creator. Let's go. Mana 2-0 Classic in a classic move. Let's go. Yeah, we did see that result earlier. That was before we started our series. True. We were talking about how Mana, he has like... There's just something about Mana, but specifically this year, and even the end of last year, like he's been getting some big results. Like it's very sporadic, but every now and then Mana takes down Max Packs, or he takes down Classic, or he threatens someone like Cure and Beyond. Mana is, yeah, solid. He's still got it, man. He's still got it. Unfortunately, Mana, I don't think he has the consistency to do that on a more regular basis. But it's like maybe, you know, once every week or once every couple of weeks, pops off and get some big results. It's very mana, very mana. Remember, Yako and I, we were going over it a lot. I want to say it was like in March. Going over a lot of mana. But for now, gonna be settling in. The manager, yes, like that. That's what we kept saying. It was mana, like taking it to players like Cure and taking it to players like Clem, making them work for their paycheck, basically, and some of them failing to do so. I think I remember specifically Mana. He beat a laser. So we were memeing about that. I think he also beat Skillless as well. Again, the players that were fighting for the salaries. Crazy. And they weren't getting it. Not from Mana. For now, Stargate. Once again, Stargate opener out of Creator. For those who weren't here, last game we had Creator attempt to go for a 3-base all-in. This time we do expect a different builder. It's something that you don't typically go for multiple times in a series. So we're expecting something more standard or different in build entirely. Different build. He beat Spirit most recently for qualifications for Big Side. Yeah. Mana is cracked. I wish he played in more Polish tournaments. I wish he took part in the House Galactic Battle. I think he lives a little bit further away from Warsaw, unfortunately. But it would be really cool if he more regularly played and competed against like Spirit and Christiana and Geralt and Alazer and Pappy. It would be nice. Would be nice. As it is going to be interesting, a Void Ray opener this time. Okay, I say opener. Oracle opener into a Void Ray. So with this, he can deny vision, he can hunt down overlords, Lings they attempt us around. Oh, the jukes! Oh my god. Creator, he will barely get away. Does shade, does dive into the natural. So it does dive away. At the same time, Lings they will threaten the third. Merely only threaten. As Creator, he will maintain himself. Likewise, stasis into the main. Spirit versus Max X would be nice to see. Oh, you can watch that somewhere else. Maybe Wardi's covering that. Maybe one of the other casters. As Solar is going to get supply blocked. Creator catching out one of the overlords. Likewise, third base is being taken. And we'll see if Creator can find another overlord. This time there's no crazy early Twilight Council. This time it's going to be at a more standard time. Oh, going for a faster Robo. Okay, I see you. So Robo before Twilight Council. Now this could be a couple different things. This could be a Robo into Twilight Council, into Templar Archives, into Archon drop. Or this could be Robo into faster Bay, into faster Colossus. Which would be a little bit more old school. Meanwhile, Depths, they do shade in. 2 drones going down. Void Ray going for the Queen. Let's go. Queen will barely survive. Queen gets away. Adepse shade in from natural into the third. More drones getting picked up, and Solar is getting torn apart here. 10 drones going down. Ay. And the Skytress army is still alive. The Void Ray, the Oracles are still up there. They're still kicking. Meanwhile, Robo opener into, it's going to be a later Twilight Council. This should be Twilight Council into Templar Archives, into faster Archon, to faster Storm. I say that. That's going to be an Immortal first. Okay. We'll see. We'll see how this all does piece together here. If it is for that Temple Archives or not. Meanwhile, the Adepts, they just don't stop. Jeez, they just keep going. They shaded once again and getting 2 more drones. Lings, they will eventually deal with this, but this has gotten out of hand. Already, how much damage? 13 drones. And we're not done. Oracles, they dive back in. They get another 2, another 3, 6 drones in total going down. We have Charge on the way. We did expect Archon production behind this with the Temple Archives. There it is. Temple Archives on the way. So it's going to be for Archons and Storm, as we did assume. Again, the reasoning for this, if we're going into Blink, usually Blink is prioritized before the Robo. Just so you can maintain momentum and be active on the map. Without it, as you can see, we're setting up for something a little bit different here. For instead a charge timing. Oh, I say timing. We're going for the Bay as well. We're taking up very heavily here. Taking up in towards the Temple Archives and a Bay as well. Working towards Colossus. Oof. One Oracle finally goes down. Solo trying to maintain himself. Oh, just Jesus. Oh, no. Stasis traps, they've been popping up, and they will again. Thankfully, no, only getting one drone this time. Only one drone, bearing in mind the stasis traps, they do not stack. So they do not refresh. But we're going again. Oh, no. Solar. No reaction. Yeah, no reaction. Another stasis goes off for the second time. Gets a full mineral line, and Creator is pushing in. And what is this hitting with? With Charge. Charge is done in a couple of seconds. +1 is done in a couple of seconds as well. Creator going for the charge timing. Behind this, he's building up and banking up Colossus. They're not going to be a part of this fight, though, but he doesn't need them. He's going for the Queens. Yeah, very nice force fields. Queens, they get locked down. Ooh, I say that. Roach Raptor in position. Does save the Queens. And the Queens are saved. Trying to dive on top of the Archons. First Archon goes down. The Immortal is exposed. Where's the Prism? Where is the Prism? Yeah, Prism a little bit too far back. There's the recall. There's that recall. Solar, he does hold. Solar behind this, joining up to 85, joining up heavily. Ooh, even sniping the Oracle. Creator falling apart a little bit here. Does fall apart. Did not save the Archon. Did not save the Oracle. But is now claiming his own fourth. Now, the downside of what Creator is doing here is that he's giving Solo a lot of time. What I mean by that, instead of something more decisive, instead of like a big gateway explosion going into Immortals, Archons, and one big charge +1 timing, we're spending resources elsewhere, right? Into Colossus, into Extend Double Lance, into a later attack, into later tech. Because of that, he can't really threaten Solar. Solar, he droned and he doesn't get punished. Solar, he's able to drone up, able to take more bases, and Creator isn't really showing his full force until a little bit later on. Now he trickles in with a second army with the second round, but even here, doesn't have too much to work with. Waiting for the warp in. Solar does split the army. Creator getting his fourth base up and running. And he rotates. Storm begins, so Storm is on the way. This means that Solar, he's taking full advantage of his 86 workers. Lurkers are building up, and the Lurkers, they will arrive in time. And again, Creator, he has provided Solar that time. So Solar, he's stabilizing. He's stabilizing despite all that economic damage done earlier. Contamination on Extend Double Lance, let's go. Does contaminate. Vipers are on the way. And at this point, we would typically see Sky Toss. If this was any other player, as soon as you see Lurkers, bam, Fleet Beacon, Stargate, into Sky Toss. Like that's you just react immediately into that. Here, Creator, he doubles down, going for a second Robo. Creator, he's very fond of Ground Toss, and what I will say is that Ground Toss can still break a Lurker army. That is true. Like Mass Immortal, Archon, Storm, we have seen time and time again, even with the nerf to the Immortals in the most recent patch last year, despite that, these Immortal armies can still break through siege lines of Lurkers. Like, it still does happen quite regularly. But, yeah, there we go. I would say that it still has a bit of an expiration date on that sort of composition. There's a Fleet Beacon into Sky Toss. Now, this is late. This is a late Fleet Beacon, late Sky Toss at a Creator. So Creator, he's going to be stuck with this ground army that much longer. We'll see what he can get done with it. As ideally, he wants to trade. Ideally, he wants to trade. Both armies are maxed. Ideally, he wants to try to put pressure on his opponent to give himself more breathing room. What do we have to work with? We have 4 Immortals, 6 High Templar, 4 Archons. It's a decently robust army, but Creator, he's not moving out. He's being more defensive, and here comes Solar. So Solar, does he only have 1 Viper? Oh, only 1 Viper. That's a little bit concerning. So with only 1 Viper, Solar, he has a lot of limitations when it comes to how many abductions he has and what it can provide utility-wise to the army. Speaking of, does yoink, does get 1. Gets 1. He has 1 more abduct in him. High Templar moving in. Going for the Storm. We have a second Stargate on the way. Ooh, there's a feedback. Nice feedback. And again, only 1 Viper. And this is Solar's mistake. Only making a single Viper. Meanwhile, Solar does have a Spire. Spire is done. Lurkers, they knock down that gas geyser. Likewise moving it. Oh my god. Getting himself with a High Templar. Cybercore goes down. Tempest are on the way so far. Solar gaining ground. Oh, this choke point is brutal. Oh my god. Yeah, they punish the Archon. And Solar slowly making his way into the natural base. Tempest have arrived, and there's no answer. It's almost purely Lurker here. So 3 damage from the Tempest, but we need detection. Observers here. Likewise, the Larambe, as they get across the map, they do buy some time. Robos are depowered. Oh, we're coming in. We're getting ready for the surround. A Creator catching reinforcements. The Lurkers have to get the hell out of here. They try to. Getting within range. They do snipe the Colossus. Not bad. Yeah, who surrounds who? We just sent to spread. These Lurkers will all fall. Every single Lurker goes down. Expensive losses here for Solar. Very expensive losses. Likewise, other drones. The Zealots, they broke through that. They broke through the army. They broke through the roaches. 22 drone kills, and Solar is being torn apart. Being torn apart completely here. He needed to get more damage done. He had to get on top of the army. He failed to do so. Tempest are amassing, and Solar, he has to burn through his bank. He's trying to remax. 12 Lurkers on the way. If Creator pushes here and now, before the Lurkers finish, he can break the base. He can break the expansion, but he's taking his time. He's taking his time. He doesn't know how vulnerable Solar is. We can go in. Yeah, he's taking his time. Solar, he will build up. He will build up. He'll rebuild, remax. Lurkers and Corruptors. Now these Corruptors, they are on 0-0, just now finishing up +1 air attack. So alas, the upgrades are lacking. Upgrades are lacking. Oh! Corruptors moving in. They get 1. But these Tempests, they will still have control of the base. Solar forced back. Solar, he's on 65 workers, and he has inefficient mining, as he will lose his expansion. Solar trying to break out. Comes in from behind, does catch 1 of the Tempest, as 1 Tempest did overextend. Meanwhile, Creator, he rotates. Rotates on over. Archons towards the mineral line. Corruptors trying to respond. Ooh. Getting forced back. Yeah, and this base will fall. Storms, they don't away. Massive storms. Massive storms on the Lurkers. Base goes down. And Solar just getting torn apart here. He's going for the dive. 1 desperation move. Ooh. Solar takes down 2. 2 High Templar. Going for another. 3, 4 High Templar go down. Nice snipes. Again, the dive was worth it, but oh god, another storm pops off. And the Corruptors, 1 more volley, they're all going to go down. They are so incredibly low. Here comes 1 final dive from Solar, but GG gets called. Solar, he runs out of steam, and Creator, he will tap the series 1-1. Whew, GG. Let's go. GG, well played. Creator, he does tie the series up. We are going to the ace match. Again, a very intense back and forth here. We did have a big power spike with Solar, successfully getting into Lurker Tech and getting into Lurker Viper. Unfortunately, as we did emphasize at the time, Solar, he only had one Viper. He never had more than one. So even though there was some nice abductions, he couldn't really support his Lurker army too much. He was quite limited in how he could engage and how far he could move in. He did attempt to nonetheless, and he was getting some decent pickoffs, but he got surrounded, right? We saw some really cool, calm and collected and patient play out of Creator, pulling back, holding the line, coming in from behind, and getting that full surround on those lurkers. That was almost game then and there. We saw it wasn't just that, but that coincided with the Zealot run by. Remember, lurkers got surrounded, and Zealots, they hit the right-hand base, and they got over 20 drone kills. That was game. That was game then and there. Solar, he attempted to recover, but Creator, he had too much momentum. GG. GG, well played. With that, we're getting into the ace match, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of ley lines, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player, the blue Protoss player himself. Oh, tying up the series 1-1. Forcing the ace match. Can he go all the way? It is Creator. We go. He beat Skills and TLMC. He beat Laser and Soup. Yeah. Again, we go over all the tournaments on a weekly basis during the podcast. So we do see the snipes, the pickoffs there from Mana. Mana beat Max X OSC Championship. Yeah. Like all those results that you're mentioning happened this year, right? It'll happen this year. I mean, we've discussed this plenty of times before, but Mana, he like borderline retired quite some time ago, but it was during the early access release of Stormgate where Mana, he started competing, making content and streaming again. As he was, of course, competing quite regularly in Stormgate, and it was after those Stormgate events died down that Mana, I guess like he got his like fire like lit again, like his competitive drive, and then he started like going hard at StarCraft. This was, I want to say, second half of 2024. I want to say, have to check when that all lined up, but yeah. So it's really cool to see like the resurgence of Mana after kind of being a little bit more mellowed out for the past couple of years. And now Mana, he does make content more regularly, streaming as well. It's really cool to see. What is the difference between WardiTV and CranKy Ducklings? We're different casters. We're different people. Ah, no. We're different people. What is the difference between Creator and Solar? I mean, they both play StarCraft. They both compete. True. They're basically the same. Creator and Solar. Not wrong. Aye. Something that you might be asking though is because some people sometimes are a little bit confused, especially if they tune into the WardiTV Mondays for the first time. This event is organized by Wardi. Wardi does organize this tournament, of course, but the event is open to other community casters, to casters like ourselves, to Steadfast, Behemoth sometimes, and at times other casters like Chicken Man or Dave Testa. And we are covering different matches. Wardi, I don't know what series he's in. I imagine he's covering some of the upper matches, maybe covering Max Packs or Showtime and Spirit. We are on the lower half of the bracket, so the bracket is large. All the matches are happening at the same time, and typically the casters spread out to cover multiple series at once. So we are covering this series. I'm sure Wardi is covering a different series in the same tournament. Eventually we will meet up. Eventually we'll join up in the semifinals, and we'll be covering the same matches, but in the lead up to that we typically cover different matches. So it's a way to kind of spread out and to cover more matches at the same time. I'm sure that's more of what you were asking. Meanwhile, we do have a Twilight Council opener. Twilight Council into Glaive Depths. Let's go! Hyper aggression here from Creator. No Stargate, not this time. Now Solar, he's playing it safe. He does throw down an earlier Roach Warren. This was around a 340-ish Roach Warren timing. Solar, he does not scout the main base, but he does confirm the lack of third. So Solar, he knows something's wrong. He knows something is wrong. Again, Solar, he just beat Strange. Strange is no stranger to these builds, as he was relying on Glaive Depths quite heavily in his series, but this is done with a robo, not with a third base. So this is a different build than what Strange is going for. This is more dedicated, more committed. The Prism has arrived. We have how many gates behind this? I believe 5 gates. Jesus, hold on, 2 gates at the natural. Okay, 3 gates in the main, so 4. No, wait, 5. Yeah, 2 and 3. Jesus. Getting up to 6. It's a 2-base all-in. My apologies. 2-base all-in here by Creator. I was caught off guard by the amount of gateways here. So that much more committed. 6 gates in total. Ay. Creator, he's doubling down. Unfortunately for Creator, again, Solar, he cut workers at 41. He cut workers early. He's getting up to 3 gases to be able to afford his Roach production. And Creator has to be very careful with these shades. With how he commits. Going for the Roaches, he gets 1. 1 Roach goes down. Pulls away. Cancels the shade. As Creator, he's going for another warping again, warping in 6 adepts at a time. There is no third. Solar, he's fully aware. There's no expansion. There's no follow-up. There is only adept. Star steps in, he gets 1, he gets 2. Takes down 2 queens, going for the third. Takes down most of the queens. These pickoffs aren't bad. Prism gets into the main, but Solar is keeping up. He's keeping up. And this is not good enough damage for Creator, especially because he's on 6 gates. He is so committed with this. And this is not good enough. Now, all it takes is 1 shade, right? All it takes is Solar out of position 1 time too many, and bam, a mineral line can go down. True. Like, a mineral line can fall. So Solar, he's not out of the woods yet. Takes down 1 adept. Behind this, Immortal production has begun. We can see Creator, he attempts to expand, but this is going to be such a late expansion. It does seem like Creator, he's accepted that the all-in has failed. The all-in has failed, and this is a rough position for Creator. The longer this goes on, the better it's going to be for Solar. Creator, now he expands. That is a 6:30 third base timing. Ay. Now, he does preserve the army, true. Like, the army has been preserved, and he will be able to reinforce with an Immortal, as there is 1 Immortal back at home. He pokes in, shaves off some Lings, Plows don't connect. Again, he's like trading well here for the most part. Shaves off the Ravagers. He gets 1, he gets 2. Just 2 for now. Plows. Oh my god, they do connect. They shut down the Adepts. And we get a force around. Creator, he will lose everything here. Escaping with 3 Adepts. That's barely anything. And Solar holds. Solar, he holds. Creator, he plummets an army supply. It was all or nothing. And again, you know, Creator, he did bring us all the way to the ace match. He did make a series out of this. But here, if only Solar wasn't already warmed up. That's the problem here. Strange did almost nothing but, I mean, actually, he did do nothing but Glaive Adept. In Strange's series against Solar earlier today, in the previous round. So Solar, he's warmed up. He's ready. I see the plushies conversation happening in the chat. Oh no, Pat. Yeah, no. Not like this. Not like this. As a Creator, he's building up his... I'll catch up on the chat after this series. I'll catch up. I'll catch up. I will say this though, you're all animals. You're all animals. I can say that ahead of time. Ah, no. You thought they were the same person for months? Wait. No shot. I don't sound like, I don't have a British accent. No shot. Mate, you have to be trolling. What? Ay, ay, ay. I sound nothing like Wardi. Anyway, Solo commits in, goes to the piles, shuts down the shield batteries, and from here, just step forward. We do have some nice juggling here from Creator, just preserving as much as he can. Does preserve all those immortals. But alas, he's still being overwhelmed. That's going to be 21 pro kills. The third base has been broken. GG gets called as things they flood into the natural as well. And Solar, he will claim the series 2-1, advancing on to the next round. GG. What's the difference between Yaku and Yang Yaku? True. Oh, unless that's what you're referring to. Okay. I have seen unironically people say that Yaku and Yakov are the same person. Or they just assume. True. GG well played. As Solar, he does claim the series and does advance on into the semifinals. Question becomes, where exactly are we? Who's up next? Let's go. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at it yourselves. Let's quickly catch up on what has been going on. Okay.